The average individual checks their phone over 96 times a day, or once every 10 minutes, in case you were unaware. It's understandable that inner calm seems like a luxury only monks and mountain hermits can afford in a society full of constant notifications, burnout, and technological overload. The problem is that achieving serenity involves re-establishing your connection to life rather than running away from it. We're taking you on a journey today through 10 beautiful, soul-calming places where healing isn't just possible, but practically guaranteed. These locations might be just what your mind and emotions have been pleading for, whether you're feeling overburdened, nervous, or simply in dire need of a reset. Let's get started. Big Sur, California. Nestled between the sea and the sky, Big Sur is a natural sanctuary with its crashing waves, towering cliffs, and fog-draped redwoods. The quiet moments in the forest, hiking trails, and secret coves are what really heal, but the meandering trip along Highway 1 is therapeutic in and of itself. Yes, it's well known and can get crowded in the summer, but if you go off the usual route, you can still find tranquility. Sit beneath an old redwood and simply breathe, or watch the sun dissolve into Pacific from Pfeiffer Beach. Knowing that these trees have stood for ages and are not in a hurry gives you a sense of grounding. Big Sur shows us that there are no deadlines in nature, so perhaps we shouldn't either. Aoraki / Mount Cook, New Zealand. Mount Cook, also known as Aoraki, towers over the South Island with a snow-capped beauty that is both reassuring and frightening. A pristine wilderness of glaciers, alpine lakes, and starry nights can be found in the nearby national park. This is nature in its most magnificent state. Vast, unspoiled, and purifying. However, there are risks associated with nature's beauty. Certain hikes call either experience or guide, and weather conditions might change suddenly. Nevertheless, a quick stroll through the Hooker Valley can have a profound impact. Every view serves as a reminder of how minor our issues truly are, and every step feels like a meditation. Lying on your back at night, you may observe the Milky Way, which is a heavenly canvas that stretches across the sky. Aoraki mandates peace, not simply encourages it. Lake Bled, Slovenia, with its clear emerald lake, little island chapel, and castle situated high on a rock, Lake Bled, nestled into the Julian Alps, like something out of fairy tale. Yes, it's lovely, but it's also very peaceful, particularly in the morning when the world is still asleep and the mist is rolling across the sea. Even if Bled is growing more well-liked by tourists, there are still quiet moments of enchantment during off-season trips and early mornings. It's customary to take a rowboat to the island, ring the church bell, and make a wish for a moment of wonder and a panoramic vista. It would be even better to trek to Ostrika. Lake Bled serves as a reminder that healing doesn't have to be difficult, and that beauty can be straightforward. Tassili, Algeria. Entering Algeria's Tassili, one of the planet's most ethereally stunning deserts, is like entering a primeval nightmare. Silence is more powerful than words in this hallowed location, which features towering sandstone formations and ancient rock art that dates back thousands of years. This place is perfect for intense seclusion and introspection because so few tourists visit it. However, because of its protected status and harsh conditions, it is far away, challenging to reach, and necessitates a guided visit. However, the reward? Astronomical. Your anxieties fade into the stars under a limitless night sky free from light pollution. In a good way, the silence is deafening. Isle of Skye, Scotland. The rocky and windswept Isle of Skye seems to have been carved out of old legend. It is one of the most soul-stirring environments in the United Kingdom, with its misty highlands, secret fairy lakes, and spectacular coastlines. This place has a somber beauty that appears to call for introspection, seclusion, and a sort of intense emotional cleanse. However, Skye's charm lies in its unpredictable nature. Put on a heavy coat, venture into the wilderness, and allow the island to clear your mind of all your worries. It's difficult to maintain anxiety when gazing into a glacial blue loch that is surrounded by imposing cliffs. Skye doesn't attempt to correct you. Until you remember how to mend yourself, it merely holds space. Rishikesh, India, the yoga capital of the world. Rishikesh is a city steeped in spiritual history and situated on the banks of the holy Ganges River, encircled by the Himalayan foothills. People come here to detoxify more than just their bodies. This isn't touristy yoga. Your inner compass can be profoundly realigned by the disciplined meditation, chanting, and introspection practices offered by ashrams. But it's not all enlightenment and incense. Not all gurus are sincere, and westernization has infiltrated. If you decide to go, research genuine ashrams such as Sivananda or Paramartha-Niketan. Be ready for both physical and mental anguish, because healing in this place frequently involves facing what you've been avoiding. Lofoten Islands, Norway. Lofoten might be the place for you if you've ever wanted to feel like the only person on the planet, in the greatest conceivable way. These isolated Arctic islands are a haven of untamed nature, with rocky summits, languid fishing communities, and sky that, depending on the time of year, dance with the midnight sun or the northern lights. It's the ideal getaway for creative or emotional rejuvenation and an introvert's paradise. But be advised, with frigid temperatures and little daylight, winter travel here is not for the weak of heart. Nevertheless, the tranquility, the quiet, and the breathtaking scenery have a tremendous effect on the soul. Light a fire, rent a roorbu, fisherman's cottage, and simply be there. Ubud, Bali. Ubud is more than just a location. It's an emotion. Tucked up in the midst of Bali's jungle, it beats to a soft cadence composed of distant gamelan bells, cicadas, and temple chants. For many years, it has served as a haven for yogis, artists, and anybody else seeking to reestablish connection with nature, spirituality, or simply delicious coconut water. However, Bali has been struggling with overdevelopment and cultural dilution as a result of heavy tourism, so it's not all as peaceful as it seems. Still, if you know where to look, Ubud has its sanctity. Take a sunrise yoga session away from the Instagram-worthy locations, journal in the rice terraces, or participate in a water-purifying ceremony at Turta Empule, Sedona, Arizona, with its towering red rocks, strange scenery, and a spirit that appears to emanate from the earth itself. Sedona is like Mars with soul. Sedona is well known for its vortex sites, which attract visitors looking for solace, emotional release, or simply some quiet time amidst the massive sandstone formations. But because of its popularity, Sedona has become a hub for spiritual commercialization. Think of chakra-lining smoothies and $80 crystals. Let nature be your guide instead of becoming sidetracked by the merchandise. As the sun sets, ponder on a cliff or go on a solitary stroll to Bell Rock. You may sense a change here without having to believe in energy gates. Kyoto, Japan. Kyoto is a silent symphony of Zen gardens, historic temples, and slow-moving rituals that heal without uttering a word, nestled between Japan's ageless traditions and modern bustle. Meditating at Ryoanji's rock garden or strolling through Arashima's bamboo forest might transport one to a different age where time passes more slowly than Wi-Fi. However, Kyoto is not without its problems. Cultural disrespect is regrettably widespread, and over-tourism is an increasing worry. Steer clear of the crowds by going during off-peak times, and avoid taking flash photos at places of worship. Yes, even when the lighting is perfect. Kyoto has a cadence that requires patience and humility, so arrive as a peaceful visitor rather than a tourist. Give this video a like, share it with someone who needs some serenity, and remember to subscribe for more in-depth content like this if it helped you feel a bit more at ease or inspired you to start your next healing journey. You only need to click to embark on your next journey, whether it be spiritual or otherwise.